All right, everybody. Let me adjust this camera. There we go. So, Grand Rising, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you click on this video is the right time for you. And I thank you in advance for your viewership. This reading is going to be called Letters for Tory. And I had no idea that at least 70 people sent in letters to the judge on Tory's behalf, spanning all the way through from Hollywood's top well-known names like Iggy Azalea, all the way to the doctor who did his hair transplant. So that's saying a lot that, 70 people, especially within Hollywood, who could take, a blow to their reputation and to their business, all decided to write a letter on behalf of Tory as character witnesses to the judge on his behalf. So I wanted to tap into that energy. Excuse me. I wanted to tap into that energy and see why. Okay, let me center this a little bit more because I don't want it to be too close to my candles. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to tap into that energy and see more about the people who wrote the letters for Tory and see how the support is going to go for Tory as time goes on, because I've been thinking about, doing some readings on some people that I haven't seen readings on, because I know that once they go to retrial, a lot of these people are going to be called to testify or to give some kind of statement, and we're going to have to rehash this whole thing all over again and go through the facts of what actually happened that night all over again. So I've already covered Kelsey, Tory, Megan. I have a very old video from EJ that I did from the very beginning. If I can find that, I'll upload that and, put a hashtag on there so you guys know it's old. If I don't, then I'll reread EJ, because I feel like his part is very pivotal, and I don't think Tory's defense really delved into his testimony as deep as they possibly could have had, because there was a lot of hidden gems in EJ's testimony. And the driver, Quan, they had a hard time finding him. He finally shows up, and the prosecution, I believe they rejected him. They wouldn't allow him to come forward and testify. So I thought that that was very interesting, because why not have a first-hand witness who was actually in the vehicle and on the street and a part of what was going on to testify? Because to me, I feel like he could have been the deal breaker in settling things for what actually happened, because so many people were talking in circles. We hadn't heard his account yet. So Quan's account to me is very, very important. So if you guys want to, hear a reading about the energy around Quan during that time, drop it down below, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do so. And also, shout out to Bigo Tarot, Bigo, very good reader. You guys get on over there and check her out if you have a free moment. Let her know Angel sent you. And without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and tap into the energy surrounding letters for Tory. Now, It's been rumored that he's had support from Drake, possibly Lotto. Um, it was said in the media that Iggy Azalea wrote a letter to the judge on his behalf. And I'm not surprised because a lot of people in the industry support Tory, but they don't want to publicly say that they support Tory because they don't want to have the backlash affect their careers. So, like I said, once again, the people who did send letters, that speaks volumes to me because they didn't care about how they could be affected by supporting him. Okay. You know what? Out of those few names that I named, let's start off with Drake. How does Drake feel about Tory? Does he really support Tory Lanez? So we've got the King of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So the King of Swords is someone who is very analytical. This is a thinker. This one is someone that is very straightforward, a businessman. This is someone who deals in logic over feelings. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. So from what I can see energetically, it does look like Drake supports him wholeheartedly behind the scenes. Okay, Iggy Azalea. Okay, so Eight of Wands in reverse. So that lets me know that she took some time to really mill this over and to think about it. She didn't just hop on the bandwagon. She really took her time to think this through, think this out, think about what this really meant, what really happened. She may not have been a supporter wholeheartedly from the beginning. And I'm not saying that she didn't support him at all from the beginning. I'm just saying that she took her time to really sift through everything before she showed her public support. Seven of Cups. Yeah, she considered her options. She looked at the bigger picture before she gave her support. So here it is. You got off the rip. It was a no-brainer for Drake. Iggy, she wanted to make sure that she had crossed all her T's, dotted all her I's, and that she was making the right decision overall. Okay. Does Lotto support Tory Lanez? Eight of Cups. Okay, walking away from a relationship with whom? Queen of Cups. So she's separated from someone that she, that she dealt with, because this feels like intuition. Like in her heart of all hearts, something does not sound or feel right. This doesn't necessarily feel like she's just all out just picking a side. This feels like right is right and wrong is wrong. And to me, something about this doesn't feel right. So I'm going to follow my intuition. And her intuition is telling her there's more to this story. Ten of Cups. Seven of Wands. So 10 of Cups and 7 of Wands is letting me know that she's overall looking at how this affects his family. And, it's like he's fighting for his life. He's fighting to get back to his family. So it's very, very interesting. These are 3 names that were named publicly, and that's why I chose to do an energetic pull to see how these people actually felt, if this was just rumor or gossip. This name was not mentioned, and, at least or possibly over 70 names. I don't know all the names, and if I did, that would probably take like, at least 5 or 6 videos. So I'm gonna just pull on the baby, because after a while, it felt like the baby started pulling away from Megan, and then they had that push-pull thing where she got mad at him for coming out to perform with Tory. So, the baby, how do you feel about Tory? Hold on, let's try this again. How do you feel about the baby? The star, and the star is in the upright. The star is not just that he's a star. The star is the card of hope. We've got the Two of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the High Priestess. So, let me show so you guys can see. That leads me to believe that he feels like there was a choice that had to be made, and he's looking at, the truth out of this situation, because the High Priestess keeps a lot of secrets. So he feels like the truth is out there, but they haven't got to the truth of what happened yet. He knows that there's a lot of secrets attached to this case, allegedly. This is what this feels like. Page of Pentacles. He feels like I said, and this is allegedly, the energy around him, he feels like people are going to have to apologize to him when it's all said and done, when the secrets come out and the truth comes out about everything that happens. People are going to have to apologize to Tory. So I'm going to stop there. Okay. And now everything is going to be more so general energy. I'm not going to stay in this energy for too long, but I want to tap into the energy around what the judge thought or felt when these 70 letters came in. Give me the energy around the judge when these 70 letters were submitted as evidence for people co-signing his character. Five of Wands. So Five of Wands is a card of physically fighting. The Hermit. This feels like even the judge was kind of tied up in his decision morally on how to move on this, allegedly. Interesting enough, it's like the judge had a moral dilemma from what I can see. Oh, Lord, that one almost, it literally flipped into the flame. King of Cups. That's someone very deeply moved, but very stoic. So this judge felt something towards seeing all of this support, even after how this man has been depicted in the media. But he had to keep that under wraps. He couldn't let it be known that he actually was moved by these 70 plus letters. Wait a minute now. That's a lot. Okay, so Queen of Swords, which is an air sign. We know Megan is the air sign. So being that she falls after the King of Cups, this judge wanted to make sure he was doing the right thing by Megan. And that's the card of adjudicator, the Hierophant. Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I don't know this to be true, and this is just a tap in, But either this judge could have possibly not wanted to take this case from the beginning, wanted to walk away from this altogether, or he got this case because somebody else passed it on. And I did get the energy in the beginning when I first started reading Tory that they really didn't want to try this case. Kathy Tao pushed and pushed and pushed with this. For the most part, this was a case that any other prosecutor would have dropped because there wasn't enough meat on the bones. So this is not, you know, surprising to me. Four of Cups. This is an unrequited offer. What makes this an unrequited offer? Seven of Cups. Okay, so this is like considering all your options. So this was not, it may seem like this was a cut and dry decision for the judge, but this seems like even the judge was teeter-tottering on which way to go with this. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is not just a love card, but it represents abundance, fulfillment. Now, before I turn this all the way around, because I don't do cards in reverse in my deck, only if they hit the table that way. Strength is in the reverse. So it's like he decided that it was going to be in the best interest if this, you know, if Tory was to receive sentencing. He felt like when it came down to it, this was a hard call, but he had to judge Tory and sentence him. In his mind, according to what was presented, this was the best thing to do. Page of Cups falling under the Five of Wands. So Page of Cups is he didn't really take into account, because that's like light communication, not completely, you know, digging into things. This is surface level. So he didn't really take into consideration to delve more into this fight, because Five of Wands is physicality. It almost feels like he pretty much just brushed over whatever this physicality could have been. And at the bottom of the deck, you can see that was a tower. It even looks like lightning is striking behind this tower. You got waves crashing and lightning striking. Ooh, wee. That did turn out to be a huge tower for Tory. King of Wands. King of Cups, King of Wands. So it went from the judge being deep in thought and reflection over this case to Tory being deep in his feelings about the direction of this case and where things were going. So I'm trying to see where to go with this, because there's so much that I can't say on YouTube. What was it about Tory that had the judge completely perplexed, or didn't quite have him sold on Tory? Ten of Wands, Temperance, and the Eight of Pentacles. So Ten of Wands, the weight of the world is on your back. Temperance is balanced through a new beginning. And Eight of Pentacles. So okay. So that feels like the judge even felt like this put the weight of the world on his shoulders, because he had to bring balance to the situation. Being the hand of the law, he had to bring balance to the situation and do what was best, for the greater outcome, because Eight of Pentacles is working on something. And bottom of the deck is the Chariot. This is moving the situation along. It is a possibility that this judge may, somewhere down the line, possibly regret even ruling on this case, allegedly, because there was a lot of things done by prosecution that may not fare too well for these officers of the court, which also could reflect on the judge. Seven of Pentacles falling under the Hierophant. So that's sowing seeds for a greater harvest. The Magician, manifesting. That doesn't sound too good to me, because that's somebody sowing into a system so that they can receive something that they're trying to manifest. I'm gonna lay that down and y'all pick that up however y'all need to. Allegedly. King of Swords. Okay? King of Swords, just like the Ace of Swords in the upright, tells no lies. Man, look. King of Swords falls under this Four of Cups. That unrequited offer. I just told y'all somewhere down the line, this judge could possibly, allegedly, regret taking part in this case. Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Listen, that's a wish fulfillment to stab somebody in the back for a financial gain. Okay, trying to make sure I could show y'all without the reflection from my candles. Like I said, I lay that down. Y'all pick that up however y'all need to. Now my neighbor's dogs want to sit out here and have a whole canine symphony. Let's see. Seven of Cups, which is considering your options. And then boom, deep, heavy regret. Nine of Cups falls under this Ace of Cups, which I just spoke on earlier as abundance. Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So that's a message coming through about the independent woman. Now, Tory has already openly accused the prosecution of coercion, not properly entering evidence or manipulating evidence for this case. So I would not be surprised if everyone that's involved outside of his defense team possibly gets accused of, such said things, and he wants a full investigation on everyone. Now, I don't know how far that's going to go, but yeah, it would not surprise me if, the judge and his ruling doesn't fall under scrutiny as well, and they don't possibly request for even that to be a part of an investigation as well. So I'm not going to make this one too long. I think I should possibly go ahead and end this reading here. And this is just a light energy tap in around the support and the letters that were sent in for Tory Lanez and how this affected the case and the judgment from the judge. So thank you once again for your viewership, and I will see you all next time. This reading is adjourned. Talk to y'all later.